So do any of you remember those Mickey Mouse cartoons from the 1930s? The ones that were just put on DVD a few years ago? Well, I hear there's this one that was unreleased to even the most avid classic Disney fans. According to sources, it's nothing special. Just a continuous loop like the Flintstones of Mickey walking past 6 buildings that goes on for 2 or 3 minutes before fading out. Unlike the cutesy tunes put in though, the song's cartoon was not a song at all. Just a constant banging on the piano for a minute and a half before going to white noise for the remainder of the film. It wasn't the jolly old Mickey we come to love either. Mickey wasn't dancing, not even smiling, just kind of walking as you and I were walking, with normal facial expression, but for some reason, his head tilted side to side as he kept this dismal look. Until a year or two ago, everybody believed that after Cut to Black, that was it. When Leonard Maltin was reviewing the cartoon to be put in the complete series, he said it was just too junk to be on the DVD, but wanted to have a digital copy due to the fact it was the creation of Walt. When he had digitized the version up on his computer to look at the file, he noticed something. The cartoon was actually 9 minutes and 4 seconds long. This is what my source emailed to me in full. He is the personal assistant of one of the higher executives at Disney and acquaintance of Mr. Maltin himself. After Cut to Black, it stayed like that until the 6th minute, before going back to Mickey walking. The sound was different this time. It was a murmur. It wasn't a language, but more of a gurgled cry. As the sound got more indistinguishable and loud over the next minute, the picture began to get weird. The side started to go in directions that seemed impossible based on the physics of Mickey's walking, and the dismal face of the mouse was slowly curling into a smirk. On the 7th minute, the murmur was turning into a blood-curdling scream, the kind of scream painful to hear, and the picture was getting more obscure. Color wars were happening that shouldn't have been possible at the time. Mickey's face began to fall apart. His eyes rolled at the bottom of his chin like 2 marbles in a fishbowl, and his curled smile was pointing upward on the left side of his face. The buildings became rubble floating in midair, and the sidewalk was still impossibly navigating in warped directions, a few seeming inconceivable with what we as humans know about direction. Mr. Maltin got disturbed and left the room, sending an employee to go finish the video and to take notes of everything happened up till the last second, and afterward immediately stored the disc of the cartoon in the vault. The stored screaming lasted until 8 minutes and a few seconds in, and then abruptly cuts to Mickey Mouse face at the end of the avid video, with it sounding like a broken music box playing in the background. This happened for about 30 seconds, and whatever was in that remaining 30 seconds, I haven't been able to get a sliver of information about it. From a security guard working under me, who was making rounds outside of that room. I was told that after the last frame, the employee stumbled out of the room with pale skin, saying, "Real suffering is not known," 7 times, before repeatedly taking the girl's pistol and offing himself on the spot. The thing I could get about Leonard Maltin was that the last frame was a piece of Russian text that roughly said, "The sights of hell bring his fears back in." As far as I know, no one else has seen it, but there have been dozens of attempts at getting that file on rapid share by employees inside the studios, all of whom have wished been promptly terminated of their job. Whether it's online or is not up for debate, but rumors serve me right. It's online somewhere under SuicideMouse.avi. If you ever find a copy of the film, I want you to never view it, and to contact me by phone immediately, regardless of the time. When a Disney death is covered up as well as this, it means it has to be something huge. Get back at me. TR. I have yet to find a copy of this, but I know it is out there. I know it.